We're Blake and Ellie, and if you're new here, we just began our epic Australian adventure in our camper van Taz.
Oh, that's not the blinker again.
What is wrong with you?
And in this video, we're going to show you how we budgeted our trip, give you a tour of the van, and tell you everything you need to know to plan your very own epic Australian van life adventure. If you want to come with us as we continue to explore this beautiful country by van, plane, and boat in future episodes, then please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss what's to come. The number one most important and biggest camper van expense is the daily rental fee. You're paying for a ride and a place to stay, so this is a crucial decision. In Australia, there are tons of different companies, so it's essential to compare prices to find the best deal for a van that fits your needs. On the budget side, you can have a classic Aussie station wagon and car camp for just $50 a day and get in tune with the public restrooms of Australia. For the luxury options, you can have a decked out Mercedes Sprinter that will be incredibly comfortable with even a toilet and shower, but for over $300 a day. Bridging the gap between these two, we were looking for something both somewhat cheap and decently comfortable, so we ended up going with our van that we affectionately named Taz, coming in at $100 per day.
Before we start, I just want to say that this is 100% not sponsored and we're doing this by ourselves. And behind me here is the Cougar camper van from Travelers Auto Barn. Now let's go inside.
Welcome to our sleeping arrangements. This is where the magic happens. I'm just kidding. This is our convertible mattress, pretty good and pretty comfy. Travelers actually gives us everything you need from sleeping bags, pillows, sheets, everything else except a heater. It's pretty cold here in the winter in Australia. We've also got some blackout curtains all around us, so pretty good for privacy.
And that privacy is important for number two, where to spend the night. What's available in the area ranges a lot, so it can be a struggle to be in a new place every night. When van camping in Australia, we found that there are typically two options. $40 a night will get you an amenity-filled RV park complete with electric and water hookups for the van, and even flushing toilets for your middle-of-the-night emergency. If you wanted to splurge even more, most RV parks have options for cabins or private rooms for $100 per night. If you're looking to keep your budget in check like us, there are plenty of free spots to park and spend the night. We use resources like the Travelers Auto Barn app, the New South Wales National Parks app, and Wikicamps to make sure that we had a safe and legal place to park. However, don't expect bathrooms, fresh water, or any facilities that you might need your van to be fully functional. For us, we mix in a few of these accommodations where we are camping for free and then also going to RV parks. And it's always good if you're going on a very long trip to take a few stops in either an Airbnb or a hotel like we did. Your van should come with everything you need to feel comfortable to live on the road. For us, that list was pretty extensive, and Taz was a great choice.
All right, so we are here in our cooking area / kitchen, and right up here we have our gas stove with 2 burners, and it worked very nicely last night. And right here we have our microwave, which only works if you are plugged into shore power. And underneath it here is our refrigerator, which has all of our nice stuff in it. So once you pop open these cabinets, we have all of our dry food under here. Up here we have our cutlery, our cooking supplies, and all of the other things that we need. And right above it here we have our sink, which actually has some dirty dishes in it because we ran out of fresh water, so we actually need to refill, which you can do on the outside.
And we've got some handy dandy USB plugs right here for our phones so we can always keep charged. The Cougar camper van also sleeps 3, so we've got an extra bed up here. However, we're actually using it for storage because we got lots of luggage. And definitely the most convenient and my favorite part of the van is that this bed actually turns into a full couch. So let's convert it to a couch and get rid of this bed. After you remove the sleeping bags, the sheets, and the pillows, you're left with a bunch of cushions that actually transform into the couch. You just kind of have to puzzle piece them together. And then in order to create the table, you just grab this pole that's actually just stored in the front, and part of the boards that made up the bed are now going to be the table. Here's what it looks like all set up, and it's the perfect place to get some work done.
And last but certainly not least is the cab of our van Taz. And since the tire is like right underneath where you sit, you really gotta like jump up in here. We have our inverter and some of our chargers sitting right up here, perfect for us to access while we're on the move. It's also really nice to actually have Bluetooth in this van, so when we're driving all of these hours, we can actually listen to what we want to.
With so many unique places and amazing roads to choose from, planning an Australian road trip can be kind of overwhelming. We wanted to see the best parts of Australia in the shortest time possible, and we think it's the best way to go. Ideally, you'll choose a location to fly into and figure out how far you can realistically drive in a day and plan your stops based on that. Most companies will offer one-way rentals if you aren't interested in doing a round trip, but it usually comes at a cost. It's important to also consider the cost of gas as a legitimate expense. In our round-trip drive to and from Sydney, we clocked about 1,638 miles, which came out to over $500 spent at the gas station, not including what we spent at the snacks that fueled us. In our Australia series linked below, we'll be sharing our full experiences so you know what to expect from places like the Great Ocean Road, the Whitsunday Islands, and the Great Barrier Reef, just to name a few of the adventures we'll be sharing. So please subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss out on future episodes. Also, be sure to check the description for helpful links and let us know in the comments if there's something we missed that you want to know. Thanks for watching,
And we'll see you next time on today's adventure. Bye!